The firearms world just went into overdrive, and I'm right there with you, soaking up the chaos. 9 unbelievable handguns were just announced for the next SHOT Show, and they've already set forums on fire with pre-orders selling out faster than concert tickets. As a lifelong shooter and tinkerer in the gun world, I like to think I've seen it all. But this lineup caught even me by surprise. Grab a drink, loosen your belt, and hit that subscribe button, because this is one wild ride you don't want to miss. Number 9. Smith & Wesson M&P Shield X. Modernizing a classic, the Shield line has been a go-to concealed carry pistol for years, but the new M&P Shield X shows that Smith & Wesson isn't satisfied to rest on its laurels. This micro-compact is still slim at about 0.9 in wide, but the engineers stretched the barrel to 3.6 in and gave us flush 13-round magazines with a 15-rounder in the box. That extra length isn't just for looks. It gives a higher purchase on the grip and a deeper beaver tail so your hand sits closer to the bore. The difference is more control and less muzzle flip. Even though the pistol weighs only around 20.8 Oz and measures 6.87 in overall, the texture is aggressive but not cheesy or harsh. The trigger guard is squared, and there's now a tiny Picatinny rail so you can mount a lightweight laser. Unlike previous shields, the slide is milled for RMSC-style optics and has front serrations for easy press checks. A blacked-out rear sight and tritium front post finish the sight picture, and folks on forums are already debating whether the slightly larger size is worth the extra rounds. I've held one, and the difference in shootability is real. It still disappears under a t-shirt, but points faster and handles like a grown-up pistol. At $599 MSRP, it's not cheap, yet it's still a bargain considering the features and improvements. Number 8. Smith & Wesson Model 940. The snub returns. When word leaked that Smith & Wesson was bringing back the Model 940, revolver fans lit up like kids at Christmas. The original 9mm J-frame vanished from catalogs decades ago, and collectors have paid crazy prices for used examples. The new 940 isn't just a nostalgia play, it blends classic lines with smart updates. Built from stainless steel, the little wheel gun holds 5 9mm rounds and uses full moon clips for loading and ejection. Shooting rimless ammo in a revolver feels odd at first, but the moon clips make reloads lightning fast, and the clips are thin enough to carry spares in a pocket. The 2.17-in barrel is fluted to shed weight, and the internal hammer means nothing will snag on the draw. S&W ditched the hated internal lock and fitted VZG-10 grips in a handsome black cherry pattern. Up front there's a tritium blade, while the rear sight is a serrated U-notch, a huge improvement over the tiny trough of older snubs. With an overall length of 6.63 in and a weight of about 23.5 Oz, it's still heavier than a polymer pocket pistol, but it balances nicely. Many old-timers praise the move as a win for revolver reliability combined with modern 9mm ammunition. Others grumble that moon clips are fiddly. For me, it's a fun throwback that actually makes sense for folks who appreciate simple mechanical machines. At $999 MSRP, it isn't cheap, but the grin factor when you slap in a loaded clip and hear it click is priceless. Number 7. SIG P320 MOD. Competition features in a duty gun. SIG's modular P320 platform has become a darling of law enforcement and competitors alike, and the P320 MOD, modular optic duty, mixes the two worlds. Co-designed with champion shooter Max Mitchell, this compact 9mm uses an X-series grip module with wraparound texture and a 3.9-in barrel with an integral 2-port compensator. Instead of adding a bulky muzzle device, SIG machines ports into the slide itself, so gas vents up and keeps the muzzle flat without affecting reliability. On the range, it feels like a race gun disguised as a carry piece. The slide has deep serrations and an optics cut, and SIG ships the gun with a Romeo X enclosed red dot that co-witnesses with X-Ray 3 tritium sights. Controls are set up for speed, a flat-face trigger with a crisp break, an extended magazine release, and a removable magwell for lightning-fast reloads. It ships with 3 21-round magazines and weighs about 33 ounces loaded. In conversation, Mitchell called it the ultimate off-duty pistol, and law enforcement officers on forums echo that sentiment. The compensated slide keeps muzzle flip minimal, and the modular grip means you can swap frames or add weights without tools. If you're the kind of shooter who trains hard and appreciates a match-grade feel in a carry gun, the P320 MOD might be your dream ride. Just be prepared to pay for quality. Custom features come with a price tag north of $1,000. Number 6. Springfield Armory Echelon 4.0 C Compier, a duty pistol with a built-in comp. Springfield surprised everyone with the Echelon platform, and the new 4.0 C Comp shrinks it down while adding an integral compensator. The single-port comp is machined directly into the slide and barrel, so there's no extension hanging off the muzzle. The front sight sits behind the port, keeping your sight picture clear when gases vent upward. Chambered in 9mm with a 4.0-inch hammer-forged barrel, the compact uses the same serialized central operating group as the full-size Echelon, allowing quick swaps of grip modules for different hand sizes. It ships with a small grip and 3 back straps. Medium and large modules are available. Springfield's variable interface system means you can mount nearly any red dot optic without plates, and iron sights are the proven U-dot with a tritium front post. The 4.0 C Comp is just about 1.22 in wide and weighs roughly 24 ounces with a flush 15-round magazine. There's also an 18-round extended mag and reduced capacity options. Ballistics testing showed the integral compensator noticeably reduces muzzle rise and improves follow-up shot times, making the Echelon 4.0 C Comp a compelling option for duty or serious carry use, without dramatically reducing velocity. The tester noted the gun shoots like a full size while remaining concealable. Some shooters question whether the compensator is necessary on a compact, but after spending a day at the range, I can say the recoil impulse is noticeably flatter than similar duty pistols, and follow-up shots are effortless. At an MSRP around $749, it offers a lot of innovation for the price. Quick pause. If you're enjoying the video, tap that like button and hit subscribe. It really helps us reach more great folks like you. Alright, back to it. Number 5. Shadow Systems CR920XL, a long-barrel subcompact built by shooters. Shadow Systems has carved a niche by taking Glock-Style pistols and turning them into finely tuned carry guns. The CR920XL stretches their CR920 Micro into a subcompact with a 4.22-inch match-grade barrel and new slide geometry. The extra length isn't just for looks. Engineers tweaked the slide timing so the recoil feels exceptionally stable, and the gun will run everything from cheap range ammo to hot defensive loads. Even with an optic installed, it remains under 7.12 inches long and weighs only about 19.5 Aussies. Holds 15 rounds flush or 18 with an extended mag. The CR920XL comes optics-ready with a multi-footprint cut, aggressive slide serrations, and a flat-face 4.1 or 2-pound trigger. I really appreciate the grip texture. It's abrasive enough to lock in your hand, but doesn't chew up clothing. The pistol uses a stainless guide rod and ships with a 15-round magazine, though it's compatible with 18-rounders. Built in Texas by a team of veterans and law enforcement officers, it feels like a labor of love. Small details like the improved slide profile and reduced muzzle flip show the designers actually shoot their own products. MSRP starts at $975, so you're paying for premium parts. But early reviews from range testers call it one of the softest shooting, most reliable subcompacts they've tried. If you want full-size performance in a deep concealment package, the CR920XL might be the unicorn you've been waiting for. Number 4. Tisas PX9 Carry Gen 3. Budget pistol with premium touches. Turkish manufacturer Tisas has been creeping up on the big brands by offering feature-rich pistols at wallet-friendly prices. The PX9 Carry Gen 3 continues that trend, combining a striker-fired action with a polymer frame and a 3.5-inch button-rifled barrel. It weighs just over 1.39 lb, about 22.3 Aus, unloaded, and ships with 15 and 17-round magazines that follow the SIG P228 pattern. Want more firepower? It will also accept larger magazines from the full-size PX9 duty pistol. For under $400 MSRP, that's already impressive. The slide comes cut for RMR footprint optics and wears Glock pattern sights, and the trigger is shockingly crisp for a budget gun with an integrated safety blade. Tisas includes interchangeable side panels and back straps, so you can tailor the grip, and there's even a flared mag well that's easily removable if you don't want the extra girth. Available models include optics-ready versions with or without a manual safety, plus an irons-only option. On the range, the PX9 Carry feels more expensive than it is. The trigger breaks cleanly, and the grip angle naturally points like a Glock. Longtime shooters on forums have praised Tisas for giving new shooters a chance to get into a fully featured handgun without draining their bank accounts. It won't replace your high-end race gun, but as an everyday carrier or training pistol, it punches well above its price. Number 3. Retay RXP22. Training on a budget. A .22 LR pistol may seem out of place on a list of headline-grabbing handguns, but the Retay RXP22 has earned its spot by making training affordable and fun. Introduced by Turkish manufacturer Retay and priced at around $279.99, the RXP22 promises the feel of a 9mm compact with excellent ergonomics, light recoil, and very low operating costs, ideal for high-volume dry and live-fire practice. Reliability and premium features. The secret is a 7275 T6 aluminum internal frame integrated into a polymer lower, giving the gun enough heft to mimic a centerfire handgun. It's double-action charged single-action with an exposed hammer and weighs about 680 gr, 1.5 lb, unloaded. The slide is drilled for both RMR and RMSC optics and ships with a universal plate. There's also a fiber optic front sight and an adjustable rear sight for target work. The precision-drilled AESI 4140 steel barrel measures 4.0 inches and is chrome-finished for durability. You can choose threaded or non-threaded versions. Magazines hold 13 rounds of .22 LR, with 10 and 18-round options available. The magazine release is reversible, and there's a frame-mounted manual safety. Shooters on forums love that the RXP22 runs like a centerfire pistol, making it perfect for plinking or teaching new shooters without burning through expensive ammo. Some commenters note it an XDS, and the slide is tight out of the box. But the consensus is that for the price it's a feature-rich plinker you can dress up with optics or a suppressor without guilt. Number 2. Staccato CS, and a 1-2-inch fluted bull barrel, and it packs 16 rounds into a frame only 1.2 inches wide. The frame is machined from 7275 aluminum, the slide from AISI 4140 steel, and the polymer grip module is aggressively textured. Weight with an empty magazine and a carry optic installed is about 27 Oz. Overall length is 7.1 in and height 5.6 in. In short, it's barely bigger than a Glock 19, but built to 1911 tolerances. Staccato kept all the classic 2011 touches: ambidextrous thumb safety, grip safety, beaver tail, and a crisp single-action trigger that broke at just over 3 dLb in the Outdoor Life review. The tester fired well over 4,000 rounds of various ammo through the gun without a single malfunction and called it the smoothest shooting, most accurate compact 9mm he'd ever fired. He noted the recoil is brisk but doesn't snap upward, and practical accuracy was good enough to ring steel at 100 yards. On the downside, the slide stop is hard to reach without shifting your grip, and the price tag is eye-watering. The bare gun runs around $2,499. Shooters who can afford it rave about the performance. Others roll their eyes at the cost. It truly is a Ferrari of concealed carry pistols, breathtaking when you can afford the fuel. Number 1. DY9, a Glock-Style pistol with an island twist. The DY9, sold under various import names in some markets, is a Turkish-made 9mm based on Glock 19 style internals, but features a distinctive island barrel slide design. That island leaves a portion of the barrel exposed inside the slide to alter recoil characteristics and reduce muzzle rise, a concept usually seen on high-end double-stack 1911s. The DY9 is optics-ready with an RMR footprint cut, ports in the island vent gas, and, according to the company, reduce muzzle rise by roughly 25% and felt recoil by about 12%. Spec-wise, the DY9 is a striker-fired polymer pistol that holds either 10 or 15-round magazines, weighs about 1.81 lb, and uses a 3.86 in barrel finished in black melanite. The grip has changeable backplates, and the overall footprint, 6.9 in long and 1.16 in wide, mirrors a Glock-19. Company reps say they wanted to make competition-grade performance more accessible, and early testers agree the island barrel keeps the muzzle flatter than a standard Glock clone. At around $599 MSRP, it sits between budget clones and high-end competition pistols, offering competition-style features without an extreme price. On the range, the gun feels familiar if you've ever shot a Glock, but the compensated slide makes rapid strings surprisingly flat. Shooters who want a tricked-out pistol without paying for a custom slide may find the DY9 an intriguing option, especially if they appreciate Turkish value. There you have it, 9 incredible handguns that prove the wave of innovation we're about to see at the next SHOT Show. Whether you're drooling over the Staccato CS, eyeing the Shield X as your next carry piece, or saving pennies for that compensated DY9, there's something here for every shooter. If you enjoyed this rundown, smash that subscribe button, tell us which pistol you'd most like to take home in the comments, and let us know what you want covered at SHOT Show. Stay safe, shoot straight, and I'll see you in the next one.